separate the two. Yes, I want to get you stronger. I want you to look better. I want you to perform better. But I also have to make sure that we're doing it without risking your overall ability to perform and stay in the gym, because you're screwing up your ability to stay balanced. If you're doing a lot of pushing stuff and not doing nearly enough pulling, which I know you likely are, unless you're following one of our Athlean-X programs, because I make sure I build this into everything we do, then you got to start intervening. And this is all you have to do, I promise. But it's not that complicated, but you better be consistent with it. It's one combination here of this face pull and overhead trap pull. And what we're doing is we start by setting this cable up high. And if you don't have a cable, you can simply just put a band up somewhere if you're training at home. And what I want to do is I want to pull, and I want to get my hands so I'm turning here. Now I'm trying to get my thumbs pointing backwards, okay? They're here, and I want to get them backwards. I want to keep my elbows down at this level. I don't want to raise them up here at the level of my shoulder. I want to keep them below my shoulder. And I come in here, and I'm...
1 second, folks. Ooh. Hi there, and welcome to Story Time with Uncle Bill. That's my man Jeff Cavalier, Athlean-X. That was his whole page. And his, if you look at the title of the video, it should have been one of the things you should do after every workout. Today is day 18, day 19 of a year to get fit. This is gonna be a day off day. I actually should just take the whole day off. Been working out pretty hard a couple times a day, doing biking, hiking. Pretty sore. I can feel it everywhere. But I also feel great and energized too. So I'm gonna do something a little different. Not even gonna warm up that much because I'm warmed up all kind. Make sure before you work out with me that you consulted your physician. You've ate, hydrated, warmed up some. If you can, get the fat belt, waist trimmer, whatever you want to call it. Roll the arms forward. Get my shoulders loose. We can do some seated stuff today. With some bottle waters, I ain't gonna use no weight. Hold on 1 second, excuse me. Alright, make sure I'm in the shot, excuse me again. Yeah, look good. Okay, so my day is off that I don't use weights. And I do feel like working out sometimes it's a chore not to want to work out, because I know there might be a whole week where I'm just not going to have the time, don't want to have the time. You know what I mean? Because so many things are getting away. Holidays are here. But I'm still gonna do something. I want to keep the blood flowing. I want to keep my muscles engaged a little bit. And I got some people that are in wheelchairs and might not know about these exercises that'll help them. And let's start with the first, or no, we go ahead and warm up. So whenever I'm sitting down, the first thing I always like to do is warm my shoulders up. I'm gonna do a little shoulder press. And if you were standing, it's a military press. When you're going up, breathe out through your nose. Out through your mouth. And right after that, staying with the shoulders, do shrugs. Because a lot of the seated exercises is gonna be shoulders and back. There just ain't no real. Well, I guess you can. We'll see what happens. Then I'm gonna come up with it. Lateral raises. You want to be sitting as perfectly straight up and down as you can. Keep your posture. And you come up. And when you come up, I do half, come in halfway up like this, and then the other half going all the way up. However many I do. So if I do 10, it'd be 5 and 5. 4 and 4 if it's 8. Then I do some little side bends. I've got my feet, I don't know if you see, or my legs. I got my legs shot out like this to keep my balance, and then I'll put my forearm on each leg and stretch over to the side. Now, you might not think this, but put your hand on your ear and make your arm force your side over, or make your head force your side over, and you'll really feel the stretch right in here. If you've been working out, you might feel tight. You have to loosen that up. You don't want to be like Lot. You ever see where you can't put your hands behind your back and stuff? That means you're not stretching. You want to keep some kind of stretching going on all the time. I know haven't shown that in the workouts, but after I get working out, I do a lot of stretching. But when I'm doing these videos, when I get done the video part of the video, I do the rest of my workout. I guess I should show the end as another take or something. I just ain't figured out the editing part, people. And I know YouTube's got the software. I know my phone's got the software, and I bought Wondershare, Philmore, whatever, and even got the brand. I just called them up and said, hey, I bought this product and I haven't never used it. And they was like, oh yeah, we see you bought the whole thing, and we even got a new product, and since you bought that, it's free too. So I had the new version. I say it's like Philmore 10. I got Philmore 11. Can't figure out how to work it. Brought my computer guy over here. Couldn't figure out how to work it either. Oh Lord. Well, hold on a second. I got something in the oven. Sorry about that. All right. So, what old Jeff was saying, some face pulls, you're going to have your thumbs like this. You want to push them out. Keep your elbows down. Come, bring right to your face. Notice where his hands were. And you will feel it instantly too. Right in the middle of your back. Shoulders. And I know I ain't want to be copyrighted. I ain't trying to steal his stuff. I'm actually trying to support his channel. And he's got everything, people. If you got like injuries, type it in there. He's a strength trainer. He tells you all that in the beginning. He's a strength trainer, a personal trainer. He's got alphabets after or before his name, or however that stuff goes. Really smart. I've had all kind of injuries that I've looked up on his channel, and it was some of it was exercises that I was doing. Imagine that you think you're doing an exercise, and I'm gonna do some shoulder press. Imagine doing an exercise. And another thing about, you ever seen that shake weight? And I normally use a 32 ounce. I don't have one around here. A 32 ounce like a Gatorade bottle. You can see it. I mean, you can really feel it. I recommend a shake weight. But you get the same thing out of a 32 ounce bottle. Trust me, feel it 3/4 of the way up. And I do that every day because I drink protein shakes and pre-workouts, and you have to mix them. The pickle jar is something I use when I don't have my mixer out. You'll see. Oh man. So like this bottle ain't heavy, but it doesn't matter. You just use your hands, and then eventually you're gonna get tired. Promise you. But when you got the bottles, the objective is to do as many as you can. We're not trying to so much build muscle as we're trying to get blood to all different parts of the muscle. And you ain't gonna be able to do this long because I'm already tired. see, you can't really do dumbbells and barbells, heavy weights like this. And then I just do a bunch of exercises that I don't do with the weights, trying to work different muscles. So like right now, my shoulders are on fire. So I'm gonna want to take the pressure off my shoulders, and then I'll go to my arms, my biceps. And I'll do that. And then when biceps hurt, I know I can go to my chest or my back. So I can just start kicking it out. Just get everything. Your upper half anyway. And if you know you want to get creative, you can sit on a chair and dive forward. Really push. The objective is when you pull back, you got to really push back. So you got to engage all the muscles. And you can do anything you want, however you want to do this. I'm a big fan of working muscles that nobody else works. I used to fight a lot, man. Grapple and wrestling. And I always picture I'm going to have me an advantage over you. You're going to get tired. That's inevitable. I'm not. We do this shit, crap all day. All day. Because I'm out here doing things like this. You know, this is not really no weight, you know, but I can feel it. I can feel it everywhere. And the objective is I don't really want a serious workout. You turn your hands around as your forearms. Just loosen up some muscles. Keep them working. Oh man, really squeeze. They tell you one is more important than 100. Man, you can really feel it too. God have mercy. Face pull. Oh, yeah. Athlean-X, Jeff Cavalier. He got a homeboy up there. I can't remember his name. I want to say it's close to what's his is the. We should work the forearms, shoulders. I'll show you something that'll work. Your biceps and your forearms, and you probably won't believe me. Especially if you ain't never seen it before, I promise you, because I didn't believe it the first time I saw it. And I'm one of those people I'm gonna see her make me a believer. 2 fingers, like this. Keep it above your mouth. See, my muscles are already activated, so I can feel it already. I'm just twisting my hands, making the fingers, that first knuckle right there, match up on the other finger. Or you can go all the way, I don't care, I can go all the way down. And don't think moving your arms don't make a difference. It makes a huge difference. Tell me how many times you can do that. Man, gosh. First time I seen that, I was like, ain't no way that's a trick. Yeah, it sure is. It sure is. So normally I would do like that little circuit thing. I would do 3 of those. I'm only going to do 2 today. Trying to make a short video. I got a little story to tell. I've been watching this YouTube channel, RW. He does tree work. Check him out. We was chopping on this my buddy John Coffee. He's a little white dude, man, older guy. He brought his buddy, and both of these dudes worked out in California doing the sequoias and redwoods out there. And I was talking with them. I'm a landscaper, and I was out there. Their job was to just fall this tree. So they didn't really. He didn't really debranch it or anything. He just basically climbed up the tree, tied a rope around it, and then because the way the tree was leaning and how big it was a monster. It was probably 40, 50 foot for around Jacksonville, North Carolina. It's huge. I can't remember if it was a pine or oak. I'm pretty sure it was a huge one though. It was huge and real big around at the bottom, leaning really bad. And it was the first time I had ever seen anybody use a pulley system off a whole bunch of trees. I mean, a whole bunch of trees. A whole bunch of rope was used to make this pulley too. And I was really wondering if it was going to work. And of course it did. The dude's an expert. Real skinny guy, man. Most of them tree climbers are. So my job was a puller, and me and the dude, both of them I don't know if I said it, both of them had fell out of trees before, had broke their backs and legs and arms, and oh God, I'm already sore. And tore themselves up. So me and this dude's talking, and he started cutting at the bottom. It took him a long time to cut the bottom. It was a big ass tree, and man, I'm having a hard time like this. And I was looking at it, and I was asking, dude, I was like, man, I think that tree, we have ran out of rope. I was like, I think this tree is longer than this rope. And the problem is we were real close to a ditch. I mean, real close. We was almost in the ditch. And there was like other trees that had fell because it was after a hurricane. Man, I'm not even focusing on working out anymore. I could see this happening. It was after a hurricane, and the people wanted to get this damn tree off so it didn't hit their house. So we had cut other trees around there, but we couldn't get these stumps out. So we were dealing with these stumps, and stumps don't move, man. So I was thinking maybe it's either close or it's going to hit us, and we got maybe 5 or 6 feet to get the hell out of there. And it took them so long that, we wasn't sitting there holding the rope the whole time I was cutting that long. That I went back and I kept, man, you think we're long? I was, oh, yeah, no, you good. So he gets that big chunk cut out. He's like, y'all ready? Yeah. And I'm really wondering if, like, the system's going to be up, because that tree was huge. It had all the branches. It was top heavy as hell. It was leaning towards the house. There's only two of us, and I ain't nowhere near as strong as that tree. And I wasn't sure if it'd be enough tension with all the trees and pulleys that went around it. To make it move that much neither. But we got lucky because the wind was blowing the other way. The wind was blowing for us. Lucky. And at a good clip too. So man, you could hear it. I don't know if you ever been real close to a big tree falling, but it kind of wisps. You could hear it coming. Sure enough, I'm looking at it, and we're pulling with all we got. So once it starts falling, you know, it was okay. And I seen it had plenty. As a matter of fact, it went from falling way to the left to falling right down on top of us. And I went, oh no. So I went to turn and run, and I was behind the dude in front of me. I went to turn and run, and dude grabbed me by my shirt. He pulled me back. He used his leverage to pull me back and pull off of me, and I panicked. I got scared as hell because I'm not sure, but I thought maybe he had pulled me backwards or whatnot, and this all happened really fast. And so I went, hell no, because I had already started to turn, but he had startled me. And so I grabbed his ass. And when I grabbed his ass and pulled myself forward, I spun, because I'm a wrestler. I spun and threw him back over me because his momentum was going that way anyway. Like, you know what I mean? Just like a wrestling move. Threw him and at the same time turned around and wah. But that damn tree hit right behind us. Bam! Right where we were. Probably 7 feet. Where we were, 7 feet past. I mean, you could hear, probably would have cut us right in half. Whole ground shook like an earthquake. I'm laughing. We ended up all in the ditch, both of us, all in the damn ditch, soaking wet. It wasn't a ditch like it had, like it was per se. It had walls on it. It was just like a top creek. No, it wasn't even 3 inches deep. And we was all in the damn, I mean, soaking ass wet. Soaking wet. It was funny. I was like, dang, man. Threw me under the bus, dog. He said, nah, dog, I had to get away. I never felt somebody more emold. I had to get away. He was so serious. What about me? He did. He sure did. I never seen that dude again. That system worked, though. I see my man RW. Man, you know, one of the things that sucks, your equipment breaking down, but you're on a job and you blow a window out, man. And insurance, it ain't even worth the claim on insurance because it just looks bad, so you got to pay out of pocket. Sometimes the damn job ain't even worth the damage. I can't tell you how many stories we got like that. Windows busted. Matter of fact, when I was 10 years old, my next door neighbor Eleanor, that I got a few videos on, shot a rock right through her husband's truck window. Had to mow the grass 10 times for free. And come to find out, she told me about 6 months ago that the husband got a damn insurance check out the deal. I mean, I still had to be responsible for it, but it was an accident, and he made me pay for something he got paid for. I thought that was kind of grimy. I needed that money. I was only 10 years old. It's a tough lesson learned for a 10-year-old. But it was a lesson learned. Athlean-X, man, Jeff Cavalier, that dude is a beast. Did you see his body? He takes it serious. And he's nothing like me. He probably clean as a whistle. He tells a lot about himself that I should really like remarkably good. Since we're in the seat, we do a little bit of ab work. Get on the edge of the chair, just lean back and forth, and we get our arms involved. And you do anything with your arms, man. You just want to keep moving body parts, making muscles work. If you notice, my breathing is all wrong. In through your nose, out through your mouth. And have I been this close this whole time? Man. It'd be too late now, won't it? Especially if he got injuries, man, because he got all that fancy stuff after his name, and I've probably looked up 6 injuries that 2 of them were exercises I was doing. Nailed it. I mean, right on. That I won't never do them again. And I've been having that same kind of nagging injury my whole life. I mean, he knows what hurts, and look, he's got 13 million people, man. Last time I had checked, when I had first started following him, he had 2. So congrats to him. I mean, and you'll see why instantly, man. He really cares about the body and how it works, and he knows all the real fancy terms and meanings. He'll make you smarter, make you a lot smarter. He'll make you want to work out more. Because if you look at his body, man, I mean, he is ripped up. Jeff Cavalier, Athlean-X. I mean, I think that's all for today. It's good, right? It's cold outside. It's like November 18th or 19th. I don't know now. Everybody's staying warm, staying safe, getting ready for the holidays, having fun. If you can, hit that like button, share the video, leave me a comment, anything. If you have any questions, comments, and concerns, I always answer. Check out my videos. I've answered everybody so far. Have a good day, man. Peace.